Whenever we first moved here, we chose Eagle because one, they're a home-based company, and we liked the fact that we could do television, phone, and internet all together at once.
We have Eagle Communication Internet, which is great because I'm allowed to get on Facebook, MySpace, just like that, which is awesome. I can talk to my boyfriend whenever I want.
I like Eagle Communication because I can watch Cartoon Network channels and I can play on the Roosevelt website whenever I want to.
Eagle Communications, our community connected.
EnerSys is a major employer and paysetter company for the United Way of Ellis County. Each year, EnerSys encourages all their employees to engage in different fundraising events in the community to benefit United Way agencies. Additional community involvement includes food drives for the local food bank, adopt a spot cleanup, and participation in numerous local civic organizations. EnerSys, a great place to work, a partner of the community.
The United Way of Ellis County on Eagle Community Television is brought to you by EnerSys, Hayes Med, Insurance Planning Incorporated, and Eagle Communications.
Jason Rao, Executive Director of the United Way of Ellis County, here to introduce you to another high-impact organization. Once again, for 2012, United Way is building bridges to cover the gaps in our community.
I'm Amy Schaffer, the Managing Secretary and Paralegal with Kansas Legal Services, and change starts here.
All right, well, thank you for joining us today, Amy. Why don't we start with telling us a little bit about the history of Kansas Legal Services.
Kansas Legal Services began in 1977 when the Wichita, Topeka, and Kansas City legal aid societies merged to form one large corporation of Kansas Legal Services. Kansas Legal Services has grown over the years to serve all 105 counties of Kansas through 12 field offices. We do a wide variety of legal work, including domestic and civil work. We handle custody cases, Social Security disability casework, and landlord-tenant. Pretty much any issue that comes through our door, we try to help people with.
You guys certainly do a lot of work, and I know that you get funds from United Way to do specific types of work. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the type of client that you serve through United Way funds?
In Ellis County, we use United Way funds to assist domestic violence victims. That assistance can include helping them obtain protection orders, a divorce, a custody order, child support. We also take a look at the person as a whole and look at, has domestic violence affected them through their credit card, their credit agencies, debts they may owe, landlord-tenant cases. We look at what do they have going on and how has domestic violence affected this person and try to help them through all legal remedies that we can.
Okay, so why don't we talk about some of the actual activities you do? What is it that you do for these people?
One of the things, the major things that we do for them is we help them obtain a protection from abuse order quite often is the first step. Then if they need that. We also help them file for a divorce. We help them establish custody of their children and help them establish a safety plan so those children can go back and forth between them and their abuser, but also allowing that person to remain safe and those children to maintain contact with both parents. Because that is what the court actually wants to see happen, is the children have that relationship. We also help establish some financial stability for them through establishing child support orders, occasionally maintenance orders. We help them get their debts figured out throughout the divorce. Just any legal action that we can do to help stabilize their life.
Getting involved in that relationship certainly can't be easy. What kind of resources does it take to make that happen?
Oh wow, we work with an extensive array of people. We work very closely with the domestic violence shelter, and they help provide the emotional support to that person We also work with helping them apply for food stamps and any other agencies that they can work with. With that here, we have attorneys on staff that represent them in court, and we provide the documentation and the materials needed for the attorneys to do that. We are all trained extensively in domestic violence issues and working with victims of domestic violence in overcoming the barriers that they have.
You know, the money coming from United Way really is impact driven. It's all about the outcomes. So why don't we talk a little bit about that? Why don't you tell us about the outcomes that you are achieving?
The outcomes we were achieving, I believe in 2010 we served 35 victims of domestic violence in Ellis County. With those, we have provided divorce actions. We've gotten final orders for people. We've gotten protection orders from people. And with the protection order, that provides them usually with between 6 months and a year of an order stating this person cannot have contact with them. We try to help them with any emergency assistance that they may have. There's so many different, each case is so individual and different. We have some cases that take us 90 days. We have other cases that we're involved in for 5 years because that abuser can continue to take that person to court over and over and over again. And the United Way funding allows us to be able to stay with that person, with that victim, until they are able to move forward and get that.
Well, those are definitely some great outcomes. Can you give our viewers an idea of the kind of percentages you're looking at? How successful are you guys on a given year?
Success for a domestic violence victim is based upon, to be their ability to move forward. And I would say that in all of the victims that we work with, there's 100% success rate in that they determine their outcome. And that's what makes the type of work difficult, but it also makes it rewarding in that, you know, there is a certain percentage of victims out there who do go back to their abuser, and we have to look at what is their choice. And so we get them the orders that we can, and with the ability that knowing that this is a human being we're dealing with and that they make their own choices.
All right. How about fees for your service? Do you charge individuals? Do they receive it for free? What kind of costs are involved?
United Way funding allows us to be able to represent people who qualify under our domestic violence services for free. There are some fees that go with it. They're not fees that we keep. They are like a service fee that we pay to the sheriff or a filing fee that's paid to the court. But the attorney's hours and our hours here in the office are all free to the client.
Wonderful. And I understand you've given us a slide on how to contact you. All right. Do you have any last things that you want to let everybody out there know about Kansas Legal Service?
We're here to help. If you have a question or you need something, if we aren't able to help you with it, we are going to try to help you find somebody who can.
All right. Well, thank you, Amy. And we'll show that slide to everybody on how to get in contact with Kansas Legal Service.
The United Way of Ellis County on Eagle Community Television is brought to you by Intersys, Hayes Med, Insurance Planning Incorporated, and Eagle Communications.
Choosing the right home may take months. Decorating it perfectly may take years. Leaving it every day just takes complete confidence in both your home and auto insurance.
Allied Homeowners and Auto Insurance, a nationwide company, on your side.
See Sue May at Insurance Planning, 3006 Broadway in Hayes. As a major employer and paysetter company, Hayes Med leads the way in United Way support each year. Community involvement for HaysMed also takes many other forms, from monthly blood screenings to providing free drive-through flu vaccinations to helping citizens be healthier through the Kickstart weight loss program. HaysMed remains unwavering in support of the local and regional communities it serves. That is one constant on which everyone can rely. HaysMed, a constant in our community.